Hello there, and welcome back to Wyvern Flames Epic Gaming. So today I'm going to show you the Vengeance Demon Hunter, and that is the tank specialization for Demon Hunters. So I'm going to start by just sort of talking about some different abilities and talking about a few of the talents that are currently in the alpha. And this is early alpha, so it's subject to change. But I've actually really liked so far what I've seen of the Vengeance Demon Hunter for tanking. And so we're going to start talking about some different spells and stuff. So one of its major um, damage mitigation abilities is called Demon Spikes, which basically increases your parry chance by 20 and reduces physical damage taken by 30% for 6 seconds. And they actually have two stacks of this that they can activate. Um, and they're very cheap. They only cost 10 pain, which is the resource that Demon Hunters use, or Vengeance Demon Hunters use specifically. And, it feels a lot like Monk, but in that sense, but it definitely it plays a lot better. They take a lot less damage, and it seems to really work. Another ability is called Immolation Aura, which basically is not really a damage mitigation ability as much as it is more damage based. Basically, you engulf yourself in flames, and it deals a certain amount of damage to all nearby enemies, and it's every second. Your metamorphosis for the Vengeance Demon Hunter transforms you um, for 10 seconds, but increases your maximum health by 30% and generates 10 pain every 1 second. So it's a generator, and it also is it's kind of like a last stand ability, like warriors have. And then you have these interesting things called sigils. So Sigil of Flame basically it's an AOE ability. So you can see that green circle there. It's an AOE, but basically it lights your enemies on fire. This one causes them to all be rooted and pulled into the middle, and this one silences them. And then if we talk about some of the more like damage-based abilities, so Shear is your main ability here, and it doesn't require any pain or any resource. It just is used, and it reduces the cooldown of your Fell Blade by 1 second. So this has like an 8.8 second cooldown. If you spam this, it reduces it down to probably about 6 seconds. And this generates 20 pain right here. Soul Cleave is an ability that deals damage to all enemies in front of you, but also basically it severs 3 soul fragments. And soul fragments are these things that basically heal you for 5% of your maximum health per fragment. And if it came from a demon, you gain, I think it's 20% increased damage for 10 seconds. Oh, sorry, 20% increased damage for 5 seconds. You have this Infernal Strike, which is basically a leap for the air, and you jump. It's like a heroic leap essentially from the warrior, protection warrior. You got Throw Glaive, which is essentially Avenger's Shield from Paladin. And then you have Fiery Brand, which is kind of interesting. So it's basically you cast it on. Is this an AOE or is it a target? It's a target. It's a target. You cast it on a target, and basically it deals a good amount of fire damage, but it also reduces the damage they do to you by 40% for 8 seconds. So it's sort of not really damage mitigation. It's a damage ability, but it also allows you to prevent some excess damage, maybe on boss fights, or in areas where you're taking a beating. And again, I will probably do. I'm definitely going to try to get the different specializations that are available through some different dungeons at some point to give you a better picture of how they play. But right now, I'm just trying to get the artifact weapons videos up, and I do not know whether or not the dungeons are playable at the moment, meaning like you can go in and it won't crash your client, because that's what was happening before the server went down for the break. So it's not clear yet to me whether they fixed that, but as soon as it's fixed, I will try to get some dungeon videos out for some different specializations. So I'm going to talk really quickly before I continue about talents. So basically, the talents so far that I've set up, and obviously the talents work a little differently for Demon Hunter because they start at level 98 and then level up to 110. So the number of talents you're going to have are going to be at different levels. So I chose this, which is called Soul Flare, which is basically your auto attacks have a chance to spawn a soul fragment. I figure that's really helpful for self healing. Speed Demon, basically your Fell Blade now causes you to charge your target up to 5 yards away. So I guess this is Fell Blade. So it's like a second charge. Oh, I guess it's like a charge, which maybe I'll try. to do that one, but maybe not. We'll see. Um, and then Abyssal Strike, which is Infernal Strike, which is that jump ability. Its range is increased by 10 and generates, or 10 yards, and generates 20 pain if it damages at least one target. So this one is blade turning. Parrying an attack generates 4 pain, so more pain generation allows for more damage mitigation because you need your resource. Feast of Souls, soul fragments heal you for an additional amount of healing over 6 seconds, and Agonizing Flame increases the damage and radius of Immolation Aura by 100%. So there's some other ones here that I don't have yet. Burning Alive, basically the Fiery Brand ability, which is this, spreads its fire damage to other targets. Pain Tolerance is you generate 4 pain every second while you're below 20 pain, so it's like an automatic pain generator. Violence Sigils, when a sigil affects an enemy, it has a chance to spawn a soul fragment. And a lot of the things are basically based around soul fragments. And there's a bunch of different abilities here too that also, this one's kind of interesting. At 106, Nemesis increases damage you inflict against the target by 10% for 2 minutes. When the target is slain, you'll inflict 10% additional damage against all creature types matching the original target. So humanoids, dragkin, etc. for the remaining duration. So it's kind of a cool ability. So I did not, so as you might notice, I'm in Dalaran. So I did not record the starting zone for Demon Hunter. There's a lot of videos out there on the starting zone, and I'm pretty sure that Wowhead has gotten up some videos of the vault as well, the vault of the Wardens, which is the second place you've gone to, but I could be wrong. But I probably, as of right now, I'm not going to go back and record any of the starting zone. So the place you start when you make a Demon Hunter, or the vault that comes after. I might consider doing another one of these videos with Demon Hunter to show the artifact questline for the Havoc spec. But again, that's also been really touched on a lot already because everyone's looking so forward to Demon Hunters, and I really am too. I think they're going to be a great class. So we'll see. If I have the time, I'm going to go back and do a video on that, but it's not on the top of my priority list because a lot of people are already covering it. But I really wanted to play Vengeance because Vengeance is new, just recently added, and I play a Protection Warrior as my main, so I really want to see whether or not I might even consider switching. So we're here in Dalaran. We're going to start by picking up this quest. And we're going to go meet with the Sufferer. Okay, so I'll meet you there. Okay, so we're going to go there. And I'm just going to mount really quickly. So sorry about the gap in the video. My client crashed. Apparently there's still some errors with the quest line, so hopefully this works. I'm not going to be able to show you what the weapon looks like until I get it, so I'm going to try to select it and hopefully the client doesn't crash. So I am going to now go and do the quest line for the Vengeance Demon Hunter artifact weapon. So I have not done this before. Ask Khadgar for a source of power, Legion Communicator. Nothing is more important than the Legion's destruction. So, apparently, the start of the quest line for the Vengeance Demon Hunter is to go talk to Archmage Khadgar, if I can find him. And of course, he's in the Mage Tower. If he shows up. Or is he upstairs? No. There he is. And again, Dalaran is really, really laggy, only because it's a major city, so I do apologize.
Farewell, my friend, until we meet again. Without you, Azeroth
Follow
will
Archmage
surely
Khadgar. Apex's crystals from Warlords of Draenor. That's funny. He has those still.
There is much to be done. You are our last best hope.
Okay, so now we're gonna return with the crystal that we got from Khadgar. And just so you know, I hate Dalaran only because of the fact that it's very, very laggy. And just so you know, when I'm a veteran WoW player, I played since vanilla, and unfortunately, I remember back in Wrath when Dalaran was like this on the live server. So I do not expect the lag to be getting better here anytime soon, if ever, as long as it is a major city.
Lord Illidan knows the way. I've sacrificed everything. What have you given? Death to the Legion. We are all that stands between the Legion and annihilation. I've sacrificed everything. What have you given? If we don't meet again, die well.
Fly to the Broken Shore. So we have not seen the scenario yet. The Broken Shore is going to be a 40-man scenario. I think it's 40-man. Anyways, maybe it's 20. Anyways, it's going to be Horde and Alliance working together to attack the Broken Shore. So, in a lot of these artifact quest lines, we go back to the Broken Shore after the original battle. So, we have not been to the original Broken Shore yet. This is the sort of after the original battle happens in the storyline.
I'm out of range.
it looks like I actually need to close the portal or they just keep coming. And I'm slowed. Huh.
It's too far away. I need to get closer. I need to target something first. I need a target.
Gorgonosh. That is a pet lord. So you see these sigils are actually really nice AoE abilities, and they work really nice on the ground, right under your enemy. There's actually a talent that makes them spawn right underneath where you stand, but that's a higher level talent. I don't have that yet.
I don't have a target.
So in order to get past this part, it looks like I need to use Spectral Sight, and then I can use Eye Beam to destroy it, which is actually a really cool sort of little puzzle. And now some more enemies. And the nice thing I noticed about the Vengeance specialization so far is that they do a nice amount of um, damage and also have a nice amount of survivability since they are a tank. So it works both ways. I killed them all, yay! There's more.
I'm out of range.
And the nice thing also I noticed about the Demon Hunter is they have a nice amount of self-healing. They have similar self-healing to the Blood Death Knights, um, but it remains to be seen what the different sort of types of damage mitigation are going to be for the other tank classes. And I think that once we are able to see them in raids and dungeons, we'll have a better understanding of how tanking is changing in Legion. Blizzard has recently announced that they're changing how tanking and healing work overall because they want it to play differently than it has before.
I need to get closer.
Now, interesting thing here is I actually think this is the same person I killed, or you killed to complete the Blood Death Knight quest line. So, this is kind of interesting. So I have to go fight her now.
It's too far away. I need to get closer. It's too far away.
And here are the Warblades, which are actually really cool, except that the cutscene apparently blocks out the view. Obviously, it's still an alpha, but let me just show you what they look like really quickly. So they are much different from the Havoc Warblades and Warglaves, and they actually look really cool. So I'm going to return the Dalaran. And so far, surprisingly, I've not found too many bugs with the quest line. It is a little bit laggy, and it's not completely polished yet, but that would make sense since it is obviously alpha. So I expect there to be some changes to the quest line, and possibly even how some of the enemies fight as we get farther in. I probably will not redo a playthrough of the artifact quest line, unless they make significant changes to it. But I will keep updates on any of the changes they put into newer builds of the alpha for each of the classes. Okay, so it drops me down here, and I die. So that is definitely a bug. And now we're stuck in a loading screen. Wait. Maybe stuck in a loading screen, maybe not. Graveyard. Now we have to go all the way back through Laggy City. Should I start calling it like Lag City? Dalaran's renamed Lag City. Just like in the good old days. Well, I guess they weren't good because we had too much lag. And let's just go walk over here and see if I can. Okay, is there a way to get back up now? Yeah, there is. Except now they disappear. Oh wait, there they are. There we are.
My life is dedicated to destroying the Burning Legion. Trust in Lord Illidan's plan. If we don't meet again, die well.
So now we're going back to the class hall for the Demon Hunter, and the class hall for the Demon Hunter is the Fellhammer, which is the place you took over in the for those of you who have seen the first zone, the first starting zone for Demon Hunter, you attack the Fellhammer. The Fellhammer is what your in Mardoon. Mardoon is where your class hall is. And soon there should be a portal to Dalaran from right here. But first, so under construction, a lot of these class halls are still under construction. This is the Fellhammer.
Yes, I can see you. What do you want? Death to the Legion.
Gateway, Fellhammer.
Don't give in to the power.
Whenever you're ready, activate it. You can hear it activating. And this is your first follower as the Demon Hunter. And this is going to go right here in my right bar. So he's going to show me the forge where I can edit my artifact weapon and enhance its stats. Right this way. Follow him. So now this is the forge. And the first ability is called Demon Rage. Reduces damage taken by 20%. It's instant and it has a 45-second cast, and it costs nothing. So that is another damage mitigation ability that the Vengeance specialization has. So I'm going to put that on my bar. So let's see what some of the other abilities look like. So obviously it does not look like they've completed all the abilities on this because there's only several. The next one is called, well, basically it parry chance increased by 2%, increases the damage of shear by 5%, increases the damage of fell blade by 5%, and Infernal Strike will deal 50% of its damage, again at the same location. And then this one is So Cleave, extends the duration of Metamorphosis and Immolation Aura by 2 seconds. And you can use Iron or Arcane Relics in this weapon. So I'm going to turn that in. So there's a lot of damage mitigation abilities that do damage that the Vengeance Demon Hunters have. And then this.
Must not fall. Do not give in to the power of the Legion.
But it shows you a little bit about what's going on in Azeroth from where we are right now.
I have sacrificed everything. What have you given? If we do not meet again, time.
So I'm going to return upstairs and talk with Ultras the Sufferer. And depending, there is a quest decision that chooses who the leader serves under you will be in the Vault of the Wardens. So depending on who you choose, you might get a different, or you will get a different companion.
Don't give in to the power of the Legion.
So this is the assault point, or if it doesn't crash, this is what should show you the assault points. There we go. So these are, again, same thing as all the different class halls. You have Stormheim, Val Shara, and High Mountain. So I'm just going to accept one so I can complete this quest. And that is the end of the Vengeance Demon Hunter questline. So at a later point in time, I may end up doing the Havoc artifact weapon questline. If I do that, though, I probably will try to do a video of the starting area as well on Demon Hunter. And then I'm also going to try to work on getting some of the other specializations out, especially some of the newer ones that were added this build. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe to the Criminal Gods YouTube channel, and I will see you next time.